Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here. Welcome to Megaton Man Mondays. Today we are looking at Bizaare Heroes number 12, The Z Files. Can't wait to share it with you guys. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button and let's get right into it. So, full disclosure, last week we covered Don Simpson's Bizaare Heroes. Oh, I just noticed that Don Simpson's Bizaare Heroes is not the title this week. The Z Files Bizaare Heroes. This cover is strange. I felt like it was strange and off for some reason to begin with, and now that I put that together, it makes a little more sense. So anyway, as I was saying, last week we covered Don Simpson's Bizaare Heroes, issue 10. So why are we jumping to number 12? Because I have an incomplete set and I didn't realize it. So I am missing a few issues, and if it's I can't find a cheap copy, so I'll fill in the blanks if I can. If not, oh well. We'll pretend like I did. All right, so this cover, the colors are very different. Like this stands out as a very different cover for me for what Don has been putting forth a lot. I do love that it has a speech balloon on the cover. Staple Syndicate, the mystery solved. If you've been following my channel, I've been wondering for the past few issues why this edition of the Staple Syndicate, and Don answers it in the letters page in the back. It's a secret cabal of comic creators dedicated to telling good comic book stories. Okay. All right, so we have the clones going at it on the cover here, and then we have this dude, this writer, who has a clone. And let's see, so from the Bizaare Hero Files, John Bradford. So this is kind of like, Don is always kind of doing these sort of different forms of storytelling within the confines of this comic book. There's like flashbacks and like references to sort of like old horror writers and different things like that. So it just is covers a lot of ground and just goes, in kind of different ways to tell the story and introduce concepts and things that, you know, are just fun and different. Anyway, all sort of thinly disguised by this, superhero soap opera satire going on. And it's funny, I call it Megaton Man Mondays, and I realize it's been Bizaare Heroes for weeks, and Megaton Man isn't even in this issue. So I feel like I should have just called it like Dandy Don Simpson Monday or something like that. Why is there not a day of the week that starts with D that really blows? Anyway, look at this freaking. Okay, so I don't know what happened in issue 11, but here we go. The clones are still going at it. This is feeling like an epic superhero battle. It was weird, and I think it was issue 10. All the pages were splash pages, and that felt very novel and like kind of a special one off. And here we are again. So I don't know if 11 was all splash pages or what. I think it's kind of a dicey proposition to like continuously tell the story that way. I'm thinking he's going to have to break that mold at some point. And the other thing that kind of makes it Bizaare Heroes, is that, it's clearly not a shortcut because look at the insane detail in this pages. Is this not a gorgeous double page spread? Like classic quintessential hero and Jetstream here. I love him. He is so cool. And talk about a dying breed. Hand lettering is a dying breed. Is Don Simpson not the best hand letterer ever? I'm thinking for the sake of this show, this is great that these are all splash pages in one panel so you can see the art. All big and gorgeous. I mean, look at that inking technique. Look at the line. It's sublime, right? Then we have Lava Flow. We have, what's this guy's name? Thrasher? No. Toothpick Shoulders. I love that. So there's this just big epic superhero battle going on. I love that he cut him in half. Very Clayface, right? This is so cool. The inking is so good. I feel like Don Simpson is in his Joe Sinnott era here as far as like the figure inks go and the like beautiful brushwork. Although I think Don is definitely one of those classic artists who probably uses crow quill and brush. I mean, I've actually seen videos where he's inking the whole thing in crow quill, and it just is kind of amazing because it looks like brushwork. Damn him. I mean, beautiful classic comic storytelling, juxtaposed with some manipulation, some kind of photocopies sometimes for the background. Oh my gosh. And of course, the Don Simpson humor ever present when she says, and I'm afraid to break a fingernail. Then there's my dainty cigarette holder. Speaking of which, feel the wrath of my dainty cigarette holder. I don't know why. It's just so funny, isn't it? It just endlessly cracks me up. Yeah, the storytelling concept is just like so unusual and like cool. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm totally down for it. I think it flows pretty well. I love this big belt that he's holding. That is hysterical. And she's a negative woman, so negative that she used to be a man, I think. You know, there's all kinds of, there was something, oh yeah. I'm always saying that, like, Don Simpson is just like the Simpsons cartoon in that he's always, like, predicting stuff in a way. Or just sort of like, I don't know, his concepts just sort of seem relevant a lot, but I feel like that's just like the fact that we as a society learn nothing, advance nowhere. The more we, two steps forward, six steps back, that kind of thing. So I feel like we're just hamsters in a wheel, just doing the same shit over and over again. And, you know, and looking at this 30-year-old comic book, evidence. I love that he wrapped her up in this belt. That is so funny. Kirby dots for days. If you like classic superhero comic book art, this is definitely the book for you for sure. Um, I love this too. So this look at this gorgeous like negative space here. Spotting of Blacks is so gorgeous on this. Like, oh my gosh, this is like a great like could be like a page from a great sci-fi comic from the 50s. Um, but anyway, so Jetstream is like discovering her powers, and she inadvertently pressurizes the water in this fire hydrant and knocks off one of the big two's heads. Oh my gosh, like I said. And also, like, if you are an aspiring comic book artist and you like to copy artists to learn how to draw comic books, to learn anatomy, you definitely should be copying Don Simpson's style. He is so technically sound when it comes to anatomy. He can draw the body in any position. It's kind of insane. Like, I mean, I don't think he uses models. I mean, how could he? And oh, I forgot to point out that Quantum Leaper, now that we're seeing him, because I love this character for so much. I don't know why I love him so much, but I just do. Just like a great fun design. But he's color here on the cover, and I don't know that I've ever seen him in color before, so I'm very happy to see that. Um, I mean, what a great splash page, right? Really making me looking forward to the Megaton Man Omnibuy that are coming out in glorious black and white to showcase this delicious Don Simpson art. I love this character too. Icon. Oh, I see what you did there, Dawn. Icon, but spelled like that. That is like super cool, actually. I love that. And these, I feel like, are the sort of the like Jack Kirby New Gods inspired characters. But, and she makes references to like how handsome he is and stuff. And like, I have to say, totally handsome. Um, Toronto Man's uh, egg-headed sidekick. I don't know why. Isn't that just funny? More gorgeous blacks here on this cover. What a great page here. I mean, I think this is like showing that Don Simpson can pretty much draw any genre. Like, where's your war comic, Don? Um, oh, I love this page here. This is beautiful storytelling. Um, I just love this character. This sort of shows that comic book art can have like very like sort of realistic anatomy and still be beautiful and gorgeous at the same time. Um, Toronto Man, clearly a favorite. Look at the background action going on in here. There's such amazing artwork in this comic book. If you're watching this, you know that. And it ends at 20 pages. This was kind of a short issue for Don. He's usually giving like at least 24, 28, sometimes 30, 32 pages. But, it ended abruptly. And it felt a little shorter because, you know, uh, you're not advancing the story very much, like one panel a page. But ending with Dr. Messiah, I love him, and I think she's the asp. And this is such a great, like, what a great Charlie's Angels pose. And fan art from Chris Sprouse drawing Dark Seas, or no, Emote, my bad, who we just saw in here, but I guess not necessarily fan art, but still cool nonetheless. A lot of fan art in the letters page that I like to see. I want more of these characters. So good. Don is doing more stuff all the time, posting it on Facebook. So hopefully you follow him on Facebook so you can see it. I always love to read the letters pages and see like the names that might be names. I think Steve Laffler was a name that I recognize in here. And Jethro Wall, not Jethro Tull. Anyway, another week of Megaton Man down the toilet, or down in the can, is what I meant to say. Anyway, I feel like, the end is nigh. Bizaare Heroes only goes to issue 17. I do not have the last couple of issues, but we have some fun stuff coming on. So if you've been enjoying this series, please hit like, please subscribe to my channel, and please turn on that notifications so you know when the next exciting Megaton Man Mondays drops next week. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll bring you more soon.